Alright guys, we are back for another Dokkan battle video. So we are under 24 hours until we're actually going to be getting the official stream that is going to be showing us the full deal, right? In terms of kind of like the 9th anniversary LRs, Gogeta and Broly, and all the good stuff. Let me actually just pull up a link. I think this right here is the actual stream link right here. Bam. So as you guys can see, we actually have got 20 hours until we see all of the good stuff. Now, keep in mind that the characters are not going to go live right after this. Maybe, I mean, I was going to say the timing for this is probably a little bit bad because we're going to see everything and then we're going to have to wait, I mean, at minimum a full 24 hours before the characters come out because the countdown and the actual 9th anniversary don't start basically until about 24 hours after this stream, right? So it's probably going to be, you know, in 48 hours, I imagine they will be out. So it's probably going to be like 44 hours, something like that, when the actual LRs are going to be coming out. So we'll see tonight. Should be a very, very fun time. Now, in the meantime, a couple of things have happened. They started... So we have two things here. We have what seems to be a rap. This is another rap was uploaded. But there's also commercials. Now, this has Blizzard playing, so we're not really going to listen to it with sound. We can go ahead and show this, though. Oh, he had the 8th anniversary stuff. My boy! There you go. Okay, so this is an actual TV commercial. Because what happened is some Japanese players started tweeting out that the commercial was actually airing on Japanese TV, right, for the 9th anniversary. And then in here, there's a couple of see, like, that's new stuff from Broly right there. They have a couple of snippets of Broly and Gogeta Blue's animations. It does look pretty cool. It looks like Gogeta Blue definitely has got some Dokkan original stuff. Broly's animations are looking good. Yeah, see, like those are both new right there. This is looking pretty good. 9th anniversary is looking like it's, you know, it's gonna be pretty good. And I'm just saying. I mean, part 2, you know, the countdown tournament of power, then goes into, you know, Broly movie, which is part 1. Broly movie then goes into superhero for part 2. Well, technically, the Broly movie literally moves directly into the Moro arc. Like, remember Goku, you know, hey, Broly, I'm Kakarot, and then he instant transmissions away. He literally teleports into the Moro arc. Like, actually, like the very next panel is, like, we're in Moro arc. So, but obviously they're not doing that. It's, you know, they're probably going to move the superhero. It could be something else, but I would assume not. And then here, we have the actual, this is like a rap. We have the Dokkan 9th anniversary rap. I guess I could play this in the background while I'm talking. I don't know how, I think the volume for that should be pretty low. My voice should be a lot louder, but yeah, there's even, I think, a couple of snippets in here, of like, see, that's old Broly stuff. Obviously, that's new Broly stuff. That's old, but there's a lot of kind of in between. I would assume that the Chi-Lai, Lemo, and Broly card would easy A. Them, Broly and Paragus, couple free-to-play characters. I mean, those are kind of like big ones. That Tournament of Power, there is a lot of characters from that they could easy A. We'll see kind of in what direction they go with in terms of the easy A. See, we saw some Gogeta Blue stuff right there. Right there, that last shot right there. So it's right here. Like, Gogeta's doing some... What are you doing, my boy? What is he doing? Whew, I don't know. I mean, dude, listen. The shit that's gonna be crazy is, like, now we're going to start to get into a point where all these Dragon Ball games are going to cannibalize each other, right? Like, the Vegito special is gonna show up in Legends. It's gonna show up in Sparking Zero. Like, it's gonna show, like you understand these, like, what the teams that are all making these Dragon Ball games, like, it seems like now that they're kind of given a little bit of free reign with some of the attacks and stuff like that, like, they're gonna come up with cool shit, which is then gonna be put into these other games, right? So, like, if you're a Legends fan, and Dokkan is like, all right, you know, the Gogeta special is coming up, probably gonna see that in Legends too. It's probably gonna come. So that looks pretty good. Now that's not it, right? So we got the trailers. You know, Dokkan. I don't know if they'd see like, oh, you know, they officially released them. They're on TV, so they tweeted them out. But that's not it. I don't know where this is. This is obviously, you guys can see this is official in game. And it was pulled from somewhere. I don't know what screen it was pulled from or where. But this is going over that new ability that we talked about. And Gresh has translations right here. Territory skills is not an ability we use. It is a boss ability. Now, this is interesting. This looks like this is going to have a huge impact on the game. Now, there was a little bit of info we got on this, too. Just on what potentially some of these territory skills could do. People were freaking out about it, and I wasn't really super sure. So I wanted to kind of like hold back from kind of like covering it too much, but we could talk about it a little bit more now. So let's read Gresh's translations of the territory skills, and then we actually do have an idea of what some of these territory skills might look like, which seems kind of crazy. Okay, so there are new territory skills coming to Dokkan. Seem rather complicated, but here's an explanation of how they work. They're complicated for Gresh. I don't know if Gresh is on JJ. Guys, I don't think Gresh is on JJK yet. Like, you know, it's like he's, oh, damn, it seems really complicated. Bro, Gresh, tap in, bruh. Tap into JJK. And, you know, listen, do I need to, y'all get it, man. I don't even need to explain. Like, we get it, man. Like, it's like, okay, like, you know, this boss hit is going to drop his territory. Well, I mean, we got Gojo on our squad, so actually our territory is just going to say, get that weak shit out of here, and we're good. We're good. That's what's going to happen. All right, so territory skills are utilized by an enemy or a boss character that will grant buffs for the bosses or debuffs for our characters. When fighting against an enemy that has a territory skill active, you can check the current effects of the territory skill by tapping the territory skill icon beneath the color wheel on the right side of the screen. Effects of territory skills may differ depending upon the enemy we're fighting. And then that's where we could see. So this is the spot where, like, you know, if you have a domain active, like that does go right there. So now, you know, if the enemy is using one of these skills, they're going to drop that right there. Now, the thing that's interesting about this hit right here, you know, we know that that's not kind of in, like, that wasn't in the data, as far as I'm aware, that wasn't in the data download for part 1. So this could be, we have seen, even last year, they did release difficult content in the data download with, you know, GT Goku and Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta and Super Saiyan 3 Goku and Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta. So I think we easily could see, like, a new difficult event that's got that hit. To me, that appears to be the hit that Goku fights after the Future Trunks arc, and before the Tournament of Power. That seems to, I mean, because you see Blue Goku right there, right? Like, that's what that seems to be to me. And, you know, what's so funny is that Hit is a character a lot of us have thrown out as a very obvious character to have a domain, right? It makes a ton of sense. So, okay, so there's that. In addition to the buff and debuff effects of territory skills, which again, this is what the enemies are using, there are certain conditions that can be met in order to temporarily suspend the territory skill of an enemy, which will be displayed by tapping the territory skill icon. For example, generating a domain is a way that certain territory skills can be suspended. Once the domain goes away, the enemy's territory skill will resume. Okay. And then there's also an explanation stating that if a giant transformation activates while a domain is up, the giant transformation will suspend the effects of the domain. then re-enabling the territory skill effects for the duration of the giant transformation. Bro, this actually, like, it does, like, this is, like, the exposition, you know, you get when they're talking about, like, it's dude, Amatsu was like 2 years ago, like, he's flipping through reading some of these, he's like, God damn, this JJK shit is good, man. Like, Amatsu, he was sitting there like, bruh, this is fire, we gotta get this in here, we gotta get it in. So and then once the giant transformation ends, domain will resume. So okay, again, imagine the enemy has, let me explain that last part just in case. An enemy has a territory skill, right? Then, you know, LR Future Gohan comes out, his territory, like, he, you know, he activates his domain, which overrides the enemy territory skill. But then let's say we also have Orange Piccolo on the team too, and we pop his Orange Piccolo transformation. While the Orange Piccolo transformation is up, that'll cancel Future Gohan's domain, which means, you know, the hit territory skill would come back up. And then once Piccolo reverts back to base, Future Gohan's domain comes back up, which means hits territory then goes back down, right? So it is interesting. Now, oh yeah, by the way, here's just a bunch of the shots, like some of the new shots of the LRs and stuff like that, which is cool, but here's what's a little bit scary about these. So, here's the territory skills that were added. These are the new ones added. Damage reduction. So, I assume this is the bosses getting extra damage reduction, so they can be way tankier. Damage reduction removed. So, I mean, I don't, do they take away our damage reduction? I mean, that's pretty strong. You know, I'm just saying. Special move block disabled. So, I mean, I believe that's sealing, right? So, no sealing. Extra stats. And then this is canceling potentially some of our buffs. But I don't know, like, attack and defensive enhancement cancellation. Like, could you imagine? So, like, let's just look at, like, the newest character out right now is UI Goku, right? Like, the boss territory gets rid of, like, this. Like, it will turn our characters into crying babies, man. So, we'll see. It's a little early to kind of guess, but, I mean, wow, yeah, this is going to be crazy. I mean, domain characters seem like they might be pretty important if the enemies are going to be dropping territories down. Like, seems like things are going to start to get pretty nasty. So, let me know what you guys think of all of the new info coming out. Again, I assume we'll probably learn more about territory skills. Again, Gogeta Blue was confirmed to have the thing that would make the enemy attacks target him. Like, we're going to see Broly stuff. There's just a lot going on. The 9th anniversary, man, is definitely looking like we are looking real good, if you catch my drift. So let me know what you guys think, and I'll catch y'all next time.